What's the latest out there?
Hey, Al, good morning. So behind me, the black and whites from the Sheriff's Department continue to watch the scene here. The NTSB will be back up on the hill behind me. It's in pitch black right now, but they'll be back up on the hill behind me today, along with, we should tell you, members of the FBI to gather evidence. There is no criminal investigation here. This is all about having all the manpower they can to properly gather evidence, looking at the wreckage field. A drone yesterday kind of measured the wreckage field. It's about 500 to 600 feet across. But the questions remain the same. Did this pilot become lost in the fog and the clouds and simply slam into the hill? Was there a mechanical issue? Why exactly did this chopper go down, killing everybody on board? This morning, new video of what appears to be Kobe Bryant's helicopter taken just 30 minutes before it crashed by a homeowner living under its verified flight path. Now, as investigators search for clues in the wreckage off this steep hillside, they're also looking at the weather as a factor, the NTSB appealing to the public for help.
We're looking for photos of the weather in the area of the crash.
The pilot, identified as Ara Zabayan, was an experienced aviator and flight instructor who colleagues say put safety first. But Sunday morning, thick fog and low clouds had grounded LAPD and sheriff's choppers, so why did Zabayan choose to fly?
My concern is just the decision-making process. And if we weren't flying in that weather, why is anybody else flying?
Eyewitness Scott Dalen says just moments before the crash, he heard the chopper hovering above.
About 20 seconds later, just heard plexiglass breaking up.
To have had this happen right here in front of you, what was that like?
I just wish it didn't have to happen.
Kobe Bryant regularly leased the luxury chopper, a Sikorsky. It took off from Orange County Airport at 9:08 a.m., headed to Bryant's training academy in Thousand Oaks. Air traffic control told the pilot to follow highways to the north, a normal procedure. But with the clouds and fog, Zabayan requested special visual flight rules for low ceilings.
Helicopter 2 Echo X-ray with you for the special VFR transition. We are currently at 1400.
Minutes later, over Calabasas, the chopper climbed, then descended quickly before dropping off radar with no mayday.
2 Echo X-ray, you're still too low level for flight following at this time. 2 Echo X-ray, SoCal.
The Sikorsky has one of the best safety records of any helicopter. Chopper pilot Kurt Dietz, who had also flown for Kobe Bryant, says he had never felt pressured by the basketball star to fly in any unsafe conditions. Did he ever insist on trying to get through weather, or did he ever insist on nothing like that?
No. The actual pilot flying is a final authority.
So it's up to him?
Yeah.
The NTSB has also said now that this helicopter did not have a cockpit voice recorder, no black box. We had earlier been led to believe that it might. So that's going to complicate matters, trying to find out what exactly might have brought the chopper down. But they are hoping to get information from the avionics on board the chopper, as well as the iPad that the pilot used for his flight plan. Guys, back to you.
Tom, how common is that to not have a black box or a cockpit voice recorder on an aircraft like that?
Well, if this was not a commercial aircraft, if this were a commercial plane, it would be required to have a black box. But it's really unusual in helicopters. The early speculation was that it was likely on this one because it's such a high-end chopper, but in fact it did not have one. It does not appear to have been required to have a black box on board this chopper.
Yeah, and Tom,